Welcome back, everyone, to the new championship. I know it's been a little while since we have done any championship. Sorry. Now it is F1 22, not 2021. So yeah, we're hoping to start a new championship here, and it might be like, wait, why is it in Japan? Well, we are racing as Daniel Ricciardo in this Daniel Ricciardo championship, and we're thinking we're going to do a completely random race order. So it's not going to go Bahrain, Australia, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Imola, Miami, or whatever. As oh my god, 3 wide through there. Wow. But yeah, as you can see, in the background is just me doing qualifying laps here as we go down the inside of Alexander Albon and cut the corner a little bit. But yeah, going on the exit curb there slowed us down a lot. But yeah, we're starting a Daniel Ricciardo championship in honour of him being my favourite driver and him also winning and leaving the sport next season. So yeah, it's upsetting, but yeah, it's kind of true. I really hope he gets a seat next season. But yeah, we're doing it in honour of him. As we can see, our first flying lap in Q2, we're a lot up already. We're instantly over 11 seconds up. Just flying through these first couple of corners. I haven't really done Japan that much. I'm not very good at it. I reckon as we go through, I've lost the back end. Yeah, I've played Japan only a few times on this year's game, but because of the Japanese Grand Prix, which was recently, I was like, I should try this track again. Because when I first played it, I thought it was really bad because I was really bad at it and I was really bad. But yeah, we're going to continue here as we've spun it accidentally. I just need to get used to the track layout, and then I reckon we could be making Q3 here today, which I'm going to be honest, and I've lost the back end again. Yeah, see, now I know not to mount that curb as that's Ferrari. Oh, what an idiot. He could have gone easily left. Oh, of course. 5 plays with grid penalty. Sainz could have easily just flipping gone to the left and he would have been fine. But yeah, let's start our next flying lap. We'll finish our flying lap in Q2 here. Got through to Q2 pretty easily. As you can see, I cut the last corner a little bit there. But yeah, we do get into P5 here in Q2. And now we're into Q3 with that first flying lap. And in Q3, we are in 10th at the moment, which will put us 15th on the grid. So let's go out for our final flying lap here in qualifying. Let's see what we can do. It's time for qualifying. Here we go. It's looking like I've had good pace around here so far. And so we've got a 5 place grid penalty. So wherever we be, we'll be 5 places back, which isn't good. But let's start our lap. Onto our lap we go. We cut it again. Really not good at that corner. I'm turning in way too quickly, but yeah, I will assure you that will be fixed by the race. But yeah, here we go, onto our lap, into the first corner, to a lovely corner, as we cut it a bit as well. I was still just getting used to the turning, but we did lose time, because that cut go very wide, down on our lap now, which isn't good. Our lap was horrible in the first place, don't want to be down on it. But yeah, through the first corners, now we're improving by a lot. Through the Dunlop curve, we've had to lift off a lot, but we do still gain a lot. We're up by almost 2 tenths, now over 2 tenths. Flying through the first sector, we very much used a lot of the curbs there. Flying through, we're 3 tenths up. Perez and Ocon and Zhou Guanyu are the 3 people in front of us. I think the only people we will be beating is Ocon and Zhou Guanyu in this qualifying session, as this isn't the greatest lap. But we are 5.5 tenths up, so that is really good news for us. But I don't know if we're going to do any more than the 5 tenths up. No, we are actually into 6 tenths and through spoon curve. Oh, but I've messed up spoon curve and gone wide. If I was playing on strict, I would have lost my lap there. But yeah, now we're only up by 4 tenths. We've lost a couple of tenths through spoon there, which is not good. We're 9 tenths down on Hamilton. So this is not looking like a good flying lap from us here, as we've run really wide at the exit We're only 3/10 up now. This is a horrible lap for Daniel Ricciardo, and he stays P10 in Q3. So yeah, that's not our full potential. We could have done a lot more, which means we'll be starting P15 in the race tomorrow, which is just such so annoying. It's painful, but yeah, as we see Max Verstappen it leads from George Russell on the front row. But into the race we go. We go strategy of soft mediums. I'm not very good at my starts, so I'm just gonna warn you there. It's lights out and away we go. And it's a horrible start from me, as I predicted. I tried to cover off Stroll, but Stroll gets a good start. Into turn 1, we've got the inside, which is what I wanted. We get past Bottas. Could we get past Vettel? And maybe even Stroll. Oh, Stroll's backed out of it. And we get past Stroll easily. Now, through these first corners, we've had to run wide there, or else I didn't want to hit Norris, or I wanted to get a bit of line. So Stroll slipped back through. We're back where we started in this Grand Prix. Stroll is just in front of us. We're trying to find some way past, maybe into the first of these two right-handers. No, maybe into the second though. Yes, Stroll's going slowly. We get the inside, a very nice and clean move. Can we go for our teammate Norris into the hairpin, which is where I've been strong. I've had a little look, but no, as we all have turned in too early and I've ridden the curb way too much, and I've lost so much time to Norris. Maybe into Spoon. Could we see Stroll attacking me? No, that Aston Martin's not quite enough straight line speed to get past me now. As you can see in my rear view mirror, through Spoon we get a decent Spoon. Nice. I'm not very good at Spoon. That is one of my downfalls on this track. But yeah, into 130R, that is where the drivers and the AIs mainly aren't very good. Through 130R, we've kept it on the track nicely into the Casio Triangle, which is where I am very strong. Usually we just keep it on track there within track limits. And disclaimer, this is not strict, this is regular. As I feel like it would be more interesting to watch if it was regular than strict. But anyway, on to lap 2 we go. We've kind of gapped Stroll by a little bit. We're catching up to Norris now through these corners. Oh, as we make contact with our teammate, I wasn't expecting him to break that early. So now we're kind of close to him. I don't think we've got wing damage. Oh, we made a huge dive into turn the hairpin. Whoa, what? I was not expecting that, even myself. But now Magnussen is going to go into 130R, and we're going to go around the outside of Magnussen to keep that position on him. What a move. And now next up is Gasly. We're into P12. We've gained 3 positions in this race so far. What more can we gain? On to lap 3. Gasly just in front of us. We want to catch up, and that is exactly what we are doing. Zooming through down the straight into 130R. This is where the AIs, they have to lift off a little bit. I've got no ERS, which is not good, but yeah, through the Casio Triangle, this is where I'm strong, as I've cut the corner a little bit, turned in a little bit too much. We've got warning now, but we are close to Pierre Gasly, so that is not good news for us, but it is good news for Pierre Gasly. We've now got our first of 3 of warnings allowed. We've got a great Casio Triangle, and now we can have a big run of Gasly, but Gasly has DRS as well. People are pitting now. I'm asking my engineer to box this lap now. Into turn 1, are we going to make a move? No. Into turn 2, Gasly's ran a little bit wide, and he's just given me the position. He's just given up the position, and now into the pits we go. We're in front of Gasly, so we should be provisional P11. How much will we gain on Mick Schumacher here, though? He is over a second in front of us. How much will he be in front of us after the pits? We get an optimal turn in, and it's going to be hopefully a good pit stop from the McLaren boys, and it's a great pit stop. And then into the pits comes Tsunoda, and out of the pits there's Schumacher just in front of us. So that is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a good fight between me and Mick Schumacher. Could be is the holding of the last points position here. But now into the turn 1, we are now into P16, but there are still people who haven't pitted yet, and Mick Schumacher is looking slow on those cold mediums. That is not good for Mick Schumacher and Haas. They're looking for points. We're looking for even more points, as we are now behind Mick Schumacher 4.5 seconds in front of Bottas and 5 seconds in front of Tsunoda. We need to push. We finally got some ERS in this race, but it's nowhere near enough for what we need. So we're going to keep pushing now, as Mick Schumacher now is under pressure heavily from us. Could we maybe make a move into the hairpin? We're too far back. The cars aren't bunched up, so we can't really make a move through there. Schumacher gets a better exit than us, but we've got the slipstream down to Spoon. But at Spoon is where I am not strong, so this is not good for me. We are 5 tenths behind. Could we make a move on the DRS straight maybe? But the interesting thing is we're only 2.5 seconds behind Hamilton. So if we show extremely good pace, could we catch Hamilton? Which would be amazing. Now, as we go on to lap 6, it's the same thing. 2.5 behind Hamilton and 5 tenths behind Schumacher. We still are just pushing now into a 130R now. We catch up a lot on Schumacher into the Casio Triangle. Schumacher's had a little bit of a bad one. I've had a great Casio Triangle. Schumacher does not have the DRS. We do. DRS activated through the first corner, into the first corner. Latifi and Vettel pit. And so it's Magnussen. There's a car on the inside. I have to go to the inside because there's a car coming out the pits. And it's an amazing move. We're around the outside. We stick it and we get P11 provisionally in this race. What a move, as now we're fighting for points. Lando Norris is in, so I think that confirms that we're going to be in the points. We're green in our sectors. We're improving through 130R. Could we catch Guan Yu Zhou in this race maybe? As I think that would be always really messed up Casio Triangle. But yeah, I think that would be a great thing to catch, because that will put us in P9, which would be double the points that we were already going to get. So yeah, as we prove our worth, as we get another new personal best lap, Lando Norris comes out behind us. We're now P9, as we have to gain on Zhou Guanyu, which is what we are doing. We aren't gaining on Hamilton, sadly, but I think that was always going to be unrealistic from the start, ever since we were anywhere near him. Max Verstappen sets the new fast lap at the Grand Prix 2 seconds quicker than my Verstappen. We've got a second warning. That is not good. That is our second warning of the race. I try to set my personal best, and we do. We just get into 33.9s and a purple sector because of that corner cut. But we are now into the final second between me and Zhou Guanyu. It's 7 tenths adrift. I don't know. Now we do have the DRS advantage here. And through 130R, he's really messed up into the Casio Triangle. We need to nail this for Zhou Guanyu to be under pressure here. And we do nail it, but so does he. And now, we are in DRS. This is where the problem is. We're not quite close enough. Or are we? This is the question. We want to get this P8 position onto lap 10. Into turn 1, we're too far behind. And I don't go for a move, which I think that would have been race ending if I went for a move there. But Hamilton also doesn't look very quick either. On to later into that lap. We are now pushing. Zhou Guanyu is nearly out. Oh, he's just in front of us into the Casio Triangle. Out of the Casio Triangle. We're so close to him. DRS about to be activated. It is activated. We can get the position now. Zhou Guanyu covers off the inside. We go to the outside of Zhou Guanyu into the first corner. Can we make it? Yes, we can. Great move on the Chinese man at his second home Grand Prix, as we are neighbours. It's the first time racing in Asia since 2019, and we just overtake the man who we will have a home Grand Prix this season. But now, into Spoon Curve. Zhou Guanyu isn't done with us yet, and maybe if we keep squabbling, maybe Mick Schumacher will get into this, because he's not that far behind Zhou Guanyu. So we need to keep pushing. So here comes Zhou Guanyu into 130R. He's going to go for the outside. We went for the outside at Kevin Magnussen before, but this time we have the inside. But into Casio Triangle, Zhou Guanyu's gone deep. We try to switch back. It's a bit of cups and turns. We get a little bit of damage there. And there's a little bit of contacts, but DRS activated onto the penultimate lap. We are in front of Zhou Guanyu with DRS, and it's now down to this final lap. Through 130R for the penultimate time, we enter the final lap of the race through Casio Triangle for the penultimate time. We've run really wide. This is going to help Zhou Guanyu on the final DRS straight that we will have. Now, Zhou Guanyu is going to go for the overtake. We block him off heavily there. I'm sorry about that, Zhou Guanyu, but I am not giving up this P8 easily. I want these 4 points, and we stick with it. Through Sector 1, Mick Schumacher's now here. He's only 8/10 behind Zhou Guanyu. So if we had like one more lap, he might have overtaken us. So yeah, that is a very good time for Mick Schumacher to catch us. Hamilton has now dropped us massively now. But that's not my main concern. My main concern now is Zhou Guanyu. Oh, as we've really cut the corner there. I'm really lucky I didn't get a warning as we got onto the gravel. We dipped the tyre into the gravel. My tyres are dead. I can't control them for much longer. Zhou Guanyu seems to have the better tyres than me. It's looking good for Zhou Guanyu, but it's looking better for me. It's Zhou Guanyu's first race in his Formula 1 career, and he is fighting for P8 right now. He will be getting points in his first race in Formula 1, which was a great accomplishment, but he's had a great spoon curve into 130R. Is he going to go for a move? Yes, he is. It's the outside for us for the second time. Max Verstappen wins the race. A dominant performance. We go for the outside move. We've run really wide. Our tyres can't deal with it. We've lost time to Zhou Guanyu, but into Casio Triangle. Zhou Guanyu for the outside. We don't run deep. And we've cut him off a little bit. There's contact, but we stick it. And we come home for P8 and 4 points in our first race of the season. What a race. What a race. Max Verstappen ended up claiming the win there with Fast Slap as we get driver of the day. That is very, very nice. I will take that drive. It might not be what we would have got because of the 5-place grid penalty, but I still think that is one of the best ever drives around Japan for me. But onto the podium, it's not us, it's Max Verstappen, as we're going to skip that because that's not what we want to see. Max Verstappen now leads the standings, and that's all for today. Subscribe for the next one.